Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike and I have a review for you from DC Comics. This is Batman 89, issue number 4 out of 6. It is written by Sam Hamm. Art is by Joe Quinones. And then we got colors is Leonardo Ito. And letters is Clayton Cowles. This storyline is continuing directly after the first Batman movie with, basically Batman and Batman Returns after the Michelle Pfeiffer with Michael Keaton, that whole Batman run. But basically, it's stating that they're following the whole Billy D. Williams if he was to turn into TwoFace, and lo and behold, in this comic, we're getting to that. We had already seen the accident, what happened. It was, with the mechanic fire that caught his face on fire. The last we saw of him, he was in the hospital. On the other end, we have the new version of Robin. He is technically not a Batman recruit. He just goes by Robin, but he is a kind of a vigilante that protects, I think it's Burnside, the part of Gotham. Basically, the comic starts out and it's like Burnside and the people that are involved with that area are they're involved in like a protest rally walk, and they're headed towards City Hall. It's supposed to be all sanctioned and protected and approved. And as they start the walk, for some reason Lieutenant Bullock of the GCPD is against the whole walk and everything, and he starts telling the cops that he's going to use lethal force and this and that, even after Commissioner Gordon is telling him that it's been approved by the mayor and this and that to let him through, that there's supposed to be protection and not the other way around. At this time, Batman currently is across town at some other event. So we see Robin, and this is kind of the area that he protects. His name is Drake, but this version of Robin, he starts protecting the crowd, the protest against the policemen, because the policemen start to, enforce like riot and tactics and stuff like that. And he starts using like non-lethal ways with engaging the police, but basically he dumps a whole bunch of paint using spray paint and real paint, and he kind of catapults it into the ground, into the crowd and stuff like that, where the cops can't see, or neither can the people that are protesting. But eventually it gets so bad that everybody has to disperse because neither side can really see. Eventually Commissioner Gordon does show up, and he safely guides the protests towards City Hall like they were originally intended to do. We do get to see Robin in his new suit. It's the first time they show it in the comic, and honestly it looks pretty dope. It's a different version of a mix of like past Robins and a little bit of Azrael in there. We catch up to Bruce Wayne, and they kind of touch base on what he was doing, and he's informed by Alfred of the incident that just happened at Burnside with the cops and the whole, protest and everything, and how somebody showed up and protected the protesters and this and that, and them claiming that it might have been Batman. Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne basically stating that he wasn't there, that he was at that other engagement or whatever, but he wished he would have, kind of thing, and he's interested on meeting this other vigilante. They jump over to Barbara and Harvey Dent, who now is Two-Face, and he's slowly coming to terms with it. He's been hearing the voice of Two-Face ever since he woke up, and he's kind of telling, he's trying to exit the hospital. He wants to go help the protesters, kind of thing. Barbara's telling him he can't. He needs to stay and heal. They jump forward in the story where it's later on that night, and they do show that Harvey Dent, Two-Face, does end up escaping. And later on, it's revealed that he steals like a year's worth of painkillers, and he just kind of disappears into the night. the story jumps back over to Drake as Robin, and he's basically been invited to Wayne Manor. There's kind of like this jokey thing where he tells his friends like that you know, to make them aware of where he's going in case he disappears, kind of thing. But basically, he gets brought to Wayne Manor, and like really quickly it is revealed that he is Batman, and he tries to do it slick. He brings like a vial of acid, and he throws it at Bruce Wayne, you know, trying to see if he would dodge it or whatever. And of course Bruce does. He you know, sees Drake as a threat, and he takes him down, and Drake laughs, and he's like, haha, I knew you were Batman. And he explains from it's that time where Bruce ran down the alley, and you know, it looked like he beat up those thugs. We know reading the comic it was Catwoman, but right here, you know, the you know, Robin has determined that it was Batman that did it, and this and that, and because Bruce ran down there, and the way he ran out of the alley after it was done, it incriminated him, is the way Drake's thinking and stuff. And eventually, Batman's like, look, you know, you've already guessed that I was Batman. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. But he was like, it wasn't me. He was like, you're wrong about that. It was Catwoman. And Robin's like, well, ha ha, it's like an urban legend. There's no Catwoman. And Batwoman's like, yeah, there's a Catwoman. And they jump over to what Selina Kyle is doing in the story, and she is infiltrating the police station as a computer tech service agent, and she is supposed to be updating their software. Recently, the GCPD, you know, software has gotten some kind of Kit Kat virus or something like that, and we know it's from Catwoman, but now she is like making sure the you know, the virus is like a permanent thing, and it fucks over the GCPD kind of thing. They do show that she does get full access while she's there. The story kind of jumps back over, and the rest of the whole story is kind of like what TwoFace is doing now, that he is kind of fully immersed, and he takes Harvey down into the sewers. Not the sewers, the subway, and he, you know, back using his DA knowledge, you know, he remembers that at one time he was trying to get this part, a new subway built for that side of Burnside, and now it's been decommissioned and everything, but it's still there. So basically Two-Face is like, look, we got to hide out, we need a base of operations so we can act our plan, and he takes him down there and makes that subway station his new base of operations. And that's kind of where they leave it with Two-Face. They jump back over to Robin and Batman, and basically Robin stating that he wants to see the Batmobile. Bruce, you know, tells him okay. He takes him down to the Batcave. Of course, Robin is amazed and kind of weirded out, but when he sees the Batmobile and the bats and everything, he is just like, he's super astounded and amazed and everything. And like, he sees a motorcycle in the back corner, he goes and hops on the motorcycle, and he makes a joke. He was like, oh man, this works out because I needed a partner, and he was like, to, you know, help me track down like Harvey Dent and blah blah blah. And Batman's like, okay, I'll be your partner, kind of thing, jokingly back. And the next issue, it is titled something like Robin and Batman the Man Wonder. Honestly, it was a great issue. The art is amazing. Like, they're doing such a great job with the Superman, you know, 78 and this Batman 89. Both of them have been excellent books. The way they're drawing the characters, to have the likeness from it. I honestly wish in somehow, some way, we could get this version of Harvey Dent as Two-Face. I'll show you some of the art and I'll let you go on your way. Alright. Starting off at the beginning of the comic where Bullock is kind of going a little crazy for some reason. They hint that there's something behind the whole Bullock thing, but they didn't really touch on it. This is when Robin's dropping the paint. I'll show you there's his new costume over there, and looks pretty dope. His version of the Batcave. He just got the penny in this episode, so that was kind of big. Two-Face escaping. You know, Robin coming to Bruce. him throwing the whole acid thing. This is actually Selena Kyle and her, breaking into the GCPD. Well, not really breaking in, but some TwoFace goodness. And I'm going to show you something right here. Man, some of these like panels with TwoFace are, the way they drew them are just, the art is fantastic. I'd love to see Billy Williams. It's not like one or two panels. They did a really good job of drawing TwoFace. But that's where I'm going to leave you all at. And please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that we say in these videos. And I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.